everyone. Welcome to another episode of Breaking the Cycle with Devin, the channel where we talk about everything about fire and how that we can achieve that earlier. This is going to be a quick stock market update for the week. I usually would show you guys my Webull account and everything, but I'm currently in California and we're having some power outages and the internet's down, so I can't actually do that today. So I'm just going to be talking to you guys today. This episode, first of all, these episodes are called Stock Market Crash, and the market's not actually crashing right now. The market's actually really in the green. And we're going to discuss that a little bit, what's going on, what happened, and what I think might happen in the future. Disclaimer, as always, I'm not telling you guys what to do with your money. I can't do that. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy who makes YouTube videos, and he's learned a lot of stuff over the years. So I kind of want to impart some of that onto you guys. So a couple of things that we need to pay attention to this week. So first of all, last week I didn't invest any money. Not last week, because the markets were up. Markets were up all week, and that's not something that we like to see, at least not what I like to see. I like to invest in the market when the market is down, not when the market is up. Because when the market's going up, you have a tendency of this like FOMO effect, this fear of missing out effect, where you see the market's going up, you feel like you're missing out, and then you buy in, and then the moment you put your money in, the markets drop back down, and you just look at yourself and you're like, oh my god, I can't believe I just did that. That was so stupid. So what I like to do is I just wait for the markets to go down. That's when I try to put most of my money in. When the markets go down, you throw your money in, and most of the time, all the time, the markets will always recover. And that's one thing you got to know. So that's why I prefer to invest when the markets are in the red. So what's all going on this week? What are the things we need to watch out for? Will I be investing this week? So for this week, last week the markets were in the green. It seems like everyone started, let me take one step back real quick. So the markets last week there was a lot of volatility last week. The markets were down at the beginning of the week, and then the markets were up at the end of the week. So I think what kind of happened there is that when people don't know what's going to happen, when people are uncertain of what's going to happen in the future, it basically causes fear. And fear in the markets usually causes the markets to go down. But what happened this week is that the elections happened, and we now know who the president is. So a lot of that fear is gone. So now people actually have an idea of what's going to happen in the future. People become more confident in the stock market, and they start investing again. So in terms of the election, that's all been figured out. It seems like the stock market has already taken that into account. That's probably why the markets were very green this week. But moving on into the future, the things that we're worried about is coronavirus cases are going up. They're going up. I think we hit 125,000 the last time I checked in one day, which is the highest we've hit so far. And with high coronavirus cases, it usually means that the market usually slows down, because either there's going to be a lockdown or there's going to be increased, maybe not necessarily lockdowns. I don't think we're going to do lockdowns in the US, but some things may close. And when businesses start closing down because they can't operate because of everything that's going on, the market tends to drop. So I foresee in the future that the markets are going to drop. So right now the markets are ignoring what's going on in the world. And that kind of scares me a little bit, and that's why I'm not investing right now. Because I don't think anyone's taking into account what's actually going on the pandemic side. And since we don't see any stimulus Sorry about that interruption. I just got a phone call in the middle of filming this video. Kill me. Anyway, what I was saying is that we don't see any stimulus coming anytime soon. So because there's not any stimulus coming, there's nothing that the markets are going to be able to lean on. So I see the markets at least dipping for a while until we start getting some more news on what's going on with the stimulus, which is probably one of the big things we're watching out for is, when are we going to get the stimulus? What are we going to be doing in between that? What is the pandemic situation like? And then finally, the big one, another big one is what's going on with necessarily the real estate market, but what's going on with basically the eviction crisis that's coming along. This is something else that would make the markets drop. So I see a lot of big factors that are unknowns, and I don't think that the market is taking all these things into account right now. So I think the market's a little high. If the market starts dropping, obviously next week, if there are some red days, I will obviously throw some money in and invest. I think that's all I had to cover for this quick stock market update. Thanks for coming to this channel. This is Breaking the Cycle with Devin. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know below, what do you think is going to happen? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Let's have a little conversation down there. But anyway, thanks for coming to the channel. I really appreciate it.